Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel Blue Lunar Night 777. I go by Leash and I'm going to do a general reading today. I've been playing with my decks and yesterday I had some powerful revelations about myself and my own journey. So I'm being obedient and coming through with a message for the collective. And I'm speaking to those people that have been going through some sort of a transitional phase. I know there's certain planetary bodies that are in orbit right now in certain alignments that are pushing a lot of us to make changes, make major changes in the way we think, in our environments, in the way we handle our emotions, and also who gets to stay and who has to go in our lives. That is also coming through as well. So I just want to get some energy for this particular collective. And on a side note, I do also get downloads from music. I'll just randomly hear music in my head. I'm not crazy, but maybe just a little bit. But yeah, so yesterday it was heavy on the Prince energy. I don't know what's going on surrounding Prince, but it was heavy on the Prince energy yesterday, in particular Diamonds and Pearls, and also Pop Life, right? So if you're a Prince fan, I'm gonna link those two songs at the bottom and really think about those songs, the lyrics in those songs. There may be a message in there for a few of you, if not all of you. But yeah. So and then today, what was the song? It was a song. It's a Party Next Door. Break from Toronto. So the song is basically about him telling a girl, like, listen, I know that you stressed out wherever you're at. Come to these sides or whatever to get a little R&R. So somebody may be proposing to either fly you out or have you come visit them, or they may be coming to visit you in order to give you a break from your daily life. But yeah, I'll link that song down below as well. But let's see. Okay, so we have the Empress coming out. Oh, okay, we got quite a lot. So, oh, the 10 of Coins comes out again. I don't know if I showed the first one, the Empress, 10 of Coins, the 8 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Okay. So, collective, right now, the energy is that you are sitting in your power. You're sitting on your throne. You're shining, right? You have a glow about you. You're also receiving blessings from the universe in the form of attention, admiration, doors unlocking, monetary gifts, and just people like wanting to help you, willing to help you. It's a 10 here, so this is like the peak energy for your life and surrounding material success, material abundance. I feel like for a lot of us, this state and the way this feels and how you can identify whether you're in your Empress and the 10 of Coins energy is You feel like you're that girl. You feel like you're that dude. And then the universe is reaffirming that, right? Every day in, day out. And this has been like a pattern here for you. So with the Eight of Wands, I want to go in the book and see what this has to do with, but it looks like a nesting, like there has been a lot of preparation to get you to this energy of being the Empress. And the Empress can men can identify with Empress energy when you feel like the whole world is watching you. You feel like you're that dude. Like that would be the equivalent for a man to say, okay, this is the energy signature for me to identify with this, right? It's not about the gender, it's about the status. It's like a status. It's like when you walk through, like people know, like you don't even have to open your mouth to announce how you feel about yourself, how you carry yourself. They automatically treat you like royalty, rolling out the red carpet, just paying attention to the things that you need so that you can have the things that you want whenever you are out in the world, right? They want to help you be comfortable and feel comfortable. So that's what you do for the Empress and the Emperor. Anywho, I'm going down the rabbit hole. All right, Alice, let's go. Okay, it says Eight of Clubs. Repetition, swift movement to create stability. Yes, so the repetition, collective, you've been working on yourself. You've been looking at, and this is so funny. Let me get my notes out here, because yesterday the energy was that the Ten of Pentacles showed up yesterday, right? So the energy was security versus risk, enjoying fruits of your labor, and then it was clarified by conflict and defeat mentally, right? So the energy and the message yesterday was that you have finally gotten to a point where you are able to understand what the blockage was between you seeing a vision of your future, seeing a reality that you really, really, truly want in your heart, and where it goes from that to then now tearing down your house of cards, right? To proving to yourself why you can't get that, or why you're not worthy of getting the thing that you want in your heart's desire and what you truly want in your heart. So for some of you, it's because you didn't have a clear vision, right? So then you had to go back and try to figure out, well, why isn't my vision clear? Why am I being swayed? Why am I being led astray? Every time something comes up, it's like, oh, that's good. That's an idea. And there may have been a period where you kind of shut down because you realize something about yourself. You realize that any and every plan sounds good because either A, you didn't know what you truly wanted, or B, you are multi-passionate, so then you had to kind of shut down to kind of play a process of elimination to say, well, is this really my dream? This is really what I desire? Or is this what somebody projected onto me as something that would be good? Or am I projecting onto somebody else's dream in order to make their dreams a reality? But so here's the thing with this, right? You get into a loop where you feel like if you do jump on somebody else's bandwagon and don't stay in your own lane, you start to become less enthused about it, right? So you spend all this time building this idea up for someone else, and then you start to lose steam because it's not really what you truly desire, right? So then now they don't have that energy from you anymore, and it may have created a conflict between you and somebody that you were working with. That's for somebody in particular or a group of people. And let me know in the comments if you are experiencing this have experienced this. So that was in the past, right? So now we're in this phase of you've done the work, you shut down, you really looked at yourself, you really looked at your emotions and your ideas behind self-worth. And then you also carved out a space for yourself. You're coming into this energy, or you're in this energy that says, this is who I am, this is what I'm about. Okay, I'm a multi-passionate, I want to do this, 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 and this. I'm into this, 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 and this. I know for sure that these are the things that I want to continue with. It's not just any new thing that gets thrown my way is going to sidetrack me or derail me from what I've already started planting seeds with. Because again, a lot of us had started planting seeds in a time and a period where we were still unsure about what the path looked like. But with the hard work, the dedication, the self-discipline, with the honesty, with the compassion and the gentleness that you have been holding for yourself, you now are in a phase where you have all these beautiful cups to benefit from, right? And I know a lot of times people look at the Seven of Cups and they say, you know, this is about, you know, having too many options and too many choices. But if it wasn't available, then why would you even have the opportunity to do this, right? And just look at the way the Seven of Cups is always laid out. They're on shelves, right? So these are certain levels. So you can, you know, tackle one level at a time to pour into each of these cups. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having multiple cups, right? Absolutely nothing wrong. As long as you know how to pour into each one of them, how to get the most and maximize what you can out of each of them, and that they always continue to serve you, then there's nothing wrong with having multiple cups. That was spirit. That was spirit, but we're gonna clarify. Let me get the Seven of Hearts before, because I just want to be nosy. Yeah, it's being broken down here. Secrets, imagination, new feelings, right? So these could all be hidden passions, all be hidden emotions around, you know, I just keep seeing like I just keep hearing multiple streams of income, right? Multiple streams of you know, projects, multiple incomes, it could even be multiple partners, right? Some of you may be with the Hierophant coming out, just want to pop out and shit, Taurus energy. Many of you have probably, okay, let me take a sip of water for that, because now this is in love in particular. If I'm speaking to you and this is in regarding to love, you're finally coming into an understanding and also being unapologetic about the fact that you are not from one person, that you are a polyamorous or a polygamist, or any you identify with the idea of not being tied to one person traditionally. You're starting to look at your value system, and you're starting to separate from what has been conditioned upon you, what has been imprinted on you, what your family and friends think about relationships, about what society tells you is acceptable when it comes to relationships. And the last thing I'm gonna say about this is, because you put in a lot of hard work in the way society has conditioned you to believe you are supposed to operate within love. within love relationship, within romantic relationships, and you're realizing that you're still lacking. You're still lacking. You've done your part. You put in all the work, and there's still a yearning within yourself for more. And that's okay. I just want to leave it there. That is okay. But we're going to clarify and really get deep down into the cards and figure out, you know, where the energies are coming from. So, first thing I want to do is clarify the Empress energy. How do we get to the Empress energy, Spirit? How do we get to the Empress energy? Ashe. Shadow pops out by doing shadow work, right? So one thing about the Empress, she's confident. Another thing about the Empress is that she knows what she wants. She's a leader, and in order to really stand on that and really show up and show out and be convincing is to first convince yourself, right? And you can't be confident if you don't look at the parts of you that are scared, and look at the parts of you that you don't really like, and really understand yourself, understand yourself, right? The shadow card comes out to let you know that you are definitely on another level as far as how you present yourself and how you show up from in the past. You may have wanted to be here, you aspired to be here, you emulated this card, but now you truly are in this state that, you know, no matter what, you hold the executive decision over your life. That is what that is also, you know, very telling of the Empress energy. They're the king of all kings, queen of all queens. They make the law. They make the rules, right? They have to sit down and make rules for everybody else, including themselves. And by doing so, they're also making rules for themselves, right? Because if you make the wrong move, then you're going to be the one to blame. So you have to be okay with the decisions that you make. You can't be okay with the decisions that you make truly if you do not address your shadow and understand where the decision is coming from, why it's showing up. And if it's not a decision that really sits right in your heart, then you have some shadow work to do and to unpack that and to, you know, cast light on that. Even if it's just to acknowledge it and say, okay, you know what? I know that this is shady right now. I'm operating in my shadow. But you know what? I know that I am. So I'm going to do this thing here, but I'm not going to allow it to control me or control the rest of the situation. It's just, it needs to be done. And that's where discernment comes in. The end. I could sit here and give y'all plays on how to run it, but it goes deep. It goes really deep. Yeah, so solitude comes out to clarify the 10 of coins. And again, you know, this is just showing that, you know, you did the work. You went inside. You did the hermit. This is hermit energy right here. When people say they're in hermit mode, and I've done hermit many times, and this is how I know I'm addressing my shadow, is when I need to be in hermit, because I need to be by myself so that I can look at myself and figure it out and understand where these low vibrational feelings come from, right? It's not to, you know, beat myself up which in the beginning it was, right? I was very judgmental about who I was. So I had to start unpacking that and then start rebuilding myself truly from my own mind and my own understanding and my own connection with the divine creator. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. And if you're not here yet, this is a play. This is a play for you to run. If you're not feeling like you're in Empress energy, if it doesn't resonate with you, you found this video for a reason, so that you can take these tools and these suggestions from that the divine is like, bringing down from the heavens. And I'm so grateful and appreciative that I'm able to be here and be somewhat of an oracle, because I wish that I had assistance long ago when I was searching for answers, and I'm so grateful that I have come into accepting that tarot is part of my blueprint. It has always been part of my blueprint. I've always been drawn to tarot, even before I actually knew what tarot was. Like, I was that kid always in Barnes and Noble and always sneaking off to the little section where they had the books about tarot and astrology, and I was just into it. Like, it was like I was remembering things that I already knew, right? So that'll be a play for you. If you're not in abundance right now, if you're not receiving blessings and you want to get here, you aspire to be the king of all kings or the queen of all queens, and you're kind of butting heads with this structure that you've been accustomed to thus far, here's a play for you. You're gonna need to go sit down somewhere and you're gonna need to do some shadow work. I suggest y'all go ahead and start very basic. Start with looking at the chakra centers and how each of them play a big role in how we see the world and how we show up in life, in this game called life. Start there. All right, this Eight of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Wands, please. We'll be 22 minutes in. Okay. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Thank you. Ashe. The universe comes out. So when you get into this and when you identify the shadow, since you've identified the shadow and you've done so with grace, right? Because we could point out the shadow all day, every day. Oh, that's my shadow side. Oh, that's my shadow side. Oh, that's my shadow side. But you also have to embrace it, and you have to accept it, and you have to love your shadow, right? And the first step to loving and accepting your shadow is to acknowledge that it's there, and then have grace and compassion for it, because it protected you for so long. It kept you safe, it kept you sane, but now it's no longer serving you. It's causing a hindrance to your life, because you see so much more. You see the end goal, you see the vision. God has given you your kingdom vision, right? And it's like, okay, at first it was this person and that person stopping you, then it was because you didn't have this and you didn't have that. Now you've conquered all of those obstacles and it's not happening still. And now you're like, damn, it's always been right here. This is why I couldn't get what I wanted. This is why I didn't achieve what I needed to achieve. This is why I wasn't able to go where I wanted to go. Because it's always been me. It's never been outside of me. And you came up with a plan. All right, how do I stop getting in my own way? Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. All right, you did it, you failed. Why did I fail? Oh, because every time you had to do it, you came up with an excuse about why you couldn't do it. All right, so I come up with excuses. Okay, how can I counteract that? how can I counteract that part of my mind that says, oh no, you don't need to do it today, or oh no, you should do this, or oh no. You came up with the plan. You figured out how to counteract your own self, your own shadow self when it showed up, because it ain't going no fucking where. Okay? The shadow ain't going nowhere. And I'm glad that more people within the conscious community are becoming aware of the fact that the shadow is here for a purpose, and it's not here to just, we just not here to just get to this love and light and everything is amazing all the time, because that's a false sense of reality. Like, we're here in the 3D. It's not, we ain't at high frequencies at all time. This is not what Earth is about. Earth is fucking ghetto, right? So we gonna have to deal with some ghetto ass shit, which is low vibrations. It is what it is. It is what it is. So the universe is blessing you because you've come up with a way to bob and weave so that the shadow don't come up and, chin check you when all you trying to do is motherfucking win. Okay, so Passion Ignited comes out. Wanted to make a debut for the Seven of Cups, and that is particularly for those of you who identify with the Seven of Cups being you having many options within love, and breaking down those constructs and those structures in your mind that's telling you that that's not a reality for you. That's not what we do here. You can't do that. Why I can't do it? Who does that? Me. Yeah, but you don't know nobody who ever did that. Like, where did you see that? Like, where did you see that actually ever worked? Okay, but that don't mean that I can't make it work. Just because you never seen it work. But I put in the time and the effort, and I can see where this can work, and how I can fit this into my life. How I can fit having more than one partner into my life, and how that can be harmonious, and how that can be beneficial for me, and how that will actually put me in alignment more with who I truly am, which is somebody who wants to be in the energy of love more so than lust and secrecy and jealousy and yeah. So that's beautiful. I love that. Can we get a card that is not related to love with this Seven of Cups of, like, one in identifying? Okay, they said that is the card. That is the card. That's the card for the love, and that's the card for, people who are multi-passionate. They said, bitch, you said multi-passionate. I showed you passion ignited. All right, so now here's the play for that. If you are not in the phase where you know exactly which passions to go after, or which interests to go after when it comes to livelihood, streams of income, go after and start with the ones that make you feel like this, that really put your heart on fire, that when you look up, you like, damn, that didn't even feel like I was working. Like, I really enjoyed doing that thing, or I really enjoyed explaining what I do, or I really enjoyed talking about how my product could benefit somebody, or talking about how my knowledge of healthcare or fitness can benefit. Like, I love whatever you love teaching people how to do. Those are the things to go after. Whatever you love engaging with people with, those are the things to go after first. I'm not saying get rid of the other stuff, but I feel like if you tackle those, if you drill down to those first, those will be the ones that'll make the way for you to start dibbling and dabbling in the ones that's like on the fence, where it's a play, but it's not like something that you're really into. Okay, thank you. That was beautiful. So I want to see who from the Keepers of the Light is here to assist us so that we can maintain this connection with the divine and continue to go in this direction as far as, you know, moving towards the life that we truly and really want to live. So who is here assisting us with this energy today? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh! Ooh! My boy is showing out. Archangel Michael, come on now. Trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Come through. Let me tell you something. If y'all don't know who Archangel Michael is a bad mother, you know what. Archangel Michael will trample and hold anything back that don't got nothing to do with your greatest and highest good. I'm telling you. Even if you don't subscribe to Catholicism, even if you don't believe in archangels, when you call on Archangel Michael to stand in front of your enemies, and that may be your own mind at times, your own shadow at times, you may have to call Archangel like your own shadow, like Archangel Michael, drag this motherfucker and make them have a seat, please, because I got stuff to do. And I need a clear mind. Ashe, give thanks and praise. That was beautiful. I want to read the book for Archangel Michael. And something's telling me is something twin flame gonna pop out with Archangel Michael. But we gonna see. Let's see. It says, Archangel Michael is one of the 4 major archangels in Abrahamic religions. His twin flame is faith. Okay? So we're gonna talk about faith just now. He is loved all over the world because he is the patron saint of protection. Come through. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting this reading and for bringing your energy into the collective who I'm reading for right now. We definitely appreciate your help, seen and unseen, and we just want to acknowledge you. And this prayer is to go out to say that going forward, when we feel like we can't really do it on our own, and that we may remember that you are there for us to call upon, so that you can give us protection. Ashe. It says, he wields a bright sword of light to help us detach from dramas, challenges, or fears. His name means he who is like God, and his fiery presence helps awaken our leadership skills and reminds us that we have the capacity to connect with heaven. If challenges are present in your life, call on Michael to bring his sword of light to energetically disconnect you from what's no longer serving you. Ashe. Whew. Your angel team is with you now. You are not in this alone. You may be feeling sensitive or overwhelmed, but your angels are inviting you to take a step back so that they can come in and share their light of miracles. So the divine wants me to pause for a second and just let you know that the small steps matter. One foot in front of the other makes a difference, because you're gonna end up getting to your destination. So instead of thinking about the finish line, think about what the next foot needs to do in order to get you there. Thank you. Make lists. Get a planner. Do some journaling prompts, right? Like me personally, I know I'm bad with remembering shit. Remembering dates, forget it. If you tell me, oh, on the 20-something, I got this going on, or on the 20-something, this, you need to do this, I'm gonna say, okay, 27. And then by the end of the conversation, I'm not even gonna remember the date, right? So I am currently being more obedient with writing the things that I know I'm gonna forget down. But I will never forget how you tell me how you feel about something, emotions and stuff like that. I will remember. But details like dates, times, yeah, it's going in one ear and out the other 9 times out of 10. Unless I'm like really like hyper focused on you. Yeah. So it says, you may feel that your prayers aren't heard, but that doubt blocks solutions from entering your life. Know that Archangel Michael and his legion of angels are here to help clear anything that's not serving you so that you can allow in the miracles of change that you deserve. So you may want to look up, so let's read faith, right? Because the opposite, or the balancing energy to Archangel Michael would be faith. So let's see what faith got going on. Humanity and benevolence. And this may be where you need to work with Archangel Michael. In this energy, you may be struggling. So you may need to work with Archangel Michael to balance out your energy in faith. It says, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Faith is the archangel who focused on bringing out our benevolence. She is the twin flame of Archangel Michael and is on a divine mission to help us recognize that humans are basically good and aligned with love. Ooh. So if you have, this goes back to the self-worth. You need to know that you are genuinely good. You need to know that. And the only way to start acknowledging that is by having more grace and compassion with yourself. Ashe. Okay, just like her name, she is all about faith and trust. She reminds us that the world has taught us to believe that we are separate from love, and that if we begin to see the good in others, then we will start to cultivate a loving experience of the world around us. Stay calm and breathe. You are a divine being of love who has done so much good in the world. You may be going through personal transformation to feel that you aren't getting anywhere, but Archangel Faith is drawing close to guide you beyond the limitations that your ego or fears have created for you. You may be trying to work out whom to trust. First, trust yourself. When you do this and recognize that you are made of love, you will attract those who reflect that love and can enjoy true friendships and loving relationships. Know that good is here to stay. Ashe. So a little sidebar on that about if you're struggling with trying to figure out who it is to trust in your life, or who's really genuinely there out of pure love for you, and not some sort of not with the agenda of their personal gain, ahead of just love in general. Yeah, you may need to work on that self-love. You may need to work on that self-love, because once you love yourself inside and out, genuinely, wholeheartedly, nobody's gonna be able to come and, bamboozle you if they not operating in a frequency of love first. Yeah. So there may be people in your life right now that go out of whack sometimes. They station goes from love frequency to selfish and self-serving, and it be out of nowhere. But then they come back and they cry and they beg and they plead and they say, love, 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 but it's love, I love, I can't. If love was always at the forefront of why you do the things that you do, then how do we get here where I want to detach from you in the first place? But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for y'all. I love you, and I thank you for stopping by the channel. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. And if you know somebody in your life that will benefit from this message, please, by all means, share it with your friends, with your family. I humbly thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you want to book a personal reading, or if you would like to donate to the channel, the email is down below, as well as where you can send your donations. So until next time, peace.